I know this superhighway, this bright familiar sun. I guess that I'm the lucky one. Does luck come into it? Perhaps. But they have to be lucky, very lucky, I'd say, to take a photograph of a black hole. Wait for it. 50 million miles? No, no, not 50 million miles. 50 million light years. Now, I don't want to tell you how many miles that is. It's just preposterous. It's ridiculous. It's, something that a primary school child might think is real without thinking about the possibilities of that actually happening, which are zero. It's a good job they invented that. Well, it's not really a number. It's like a holding symbol. Zero. Because that is man's chance of photographing a black hole in the vacuum of outer space. You know why. And if you don't know why, then I suggest you listen. For one thing, there is no vacuum of space. That is an impossibility, a physical impossibility. When I say that, I mean the science of physics will not allow that. The second law of thermodynamics. Apply that, and there is no vacuum. Okay. So this black hole is 50 million light years away. And of course they say it's vast, 1 billion times the size of Earth or some shit. I can't, the figures to me are now just gobbledygook, you know, and they may as well be speaking in some um, dead, forgotten slug language, the language of a mollusk or something. Because if you think for 1 minute, for 1 millisecond, that black hole is real, then you really have a problem. You really do have a problem. You are so brainwashed that reality to you is an image of a couple of donuts with a backlit or something. I do feel sorry for you, but what I really do feel sorry for is the people who actually work on this, because I kind of think that they're not in on the prank. I think they are the victims of the April Fool's Day gone wrong. And it's very sad that they would focus their careers, oh my God, on that bullshit. There are far more necessary, important things to be doing with your life. But there you go. They're getting paid for doing it, so they think they'll have already put their head through the noose, and I'm talking about mortgage, car on the chucky, the never never, all sorts of bollocks they'll have signed in for, that they have to keep that salary being deposited in their bank account so they can live. That's not living. That's just sharing a fairy tale with your comrades. That's all that is. Oh, let's write the next paragraph of fairyland bullshit, and then we'll sell it to the general public, and we'll keep our jobs. That's a very cynical view, isn't it? Well, tough, because it's not really cynical, it's realistic. It's it's like living in an open air asylum full of brainwashed, hypnotized zombies. Black hole in space. Let me eat your brains. Oh, man. Anyway, on a lighter note, no, I don't think I have a lighter note. But anyway, that's where I see this ridiculous revelation of the black hole. It is just yet another prop for the concept, which has never been proven, and it will never be proven. Just like the hotel I was going to visit, stay on the moon, when I was in primary school. I was promised that by the time I was a grown-up, I would be able to take myself and possibly my family to stay in a resort on the moon. And nobody's ever been back yet. Oh, but they have. No, they haven't. They didn't even go in the first place. So there's been no manned mission, because it would have to look very similar to the last time they went, wouldn't it? And the Earth would have to be a little thing in the distance, even though it would have to really be fucking massive. There's so much wrong with all this, and if you just let the mainstream voice wash over you and you believe it, then you will never find out what's really going on, and you'll live a lie. You'll live a lie for the rest of your lives, and I can't really help you if you're determined to believe that bullshit. It's up to you. You can either find out the truth or live this lie, this perpetual, never-ending vacuum of bullshit that you seem to have swallowed hook, line, and sinker. Anyway, it's up to you. I'll see you later. Oh, operations. One pissing candle. He's a tight bastard. And he's got a fan. I don't mean a fan like that follows him about. No chance of that. No, he's got
like a motor, like a fan, electric fan. I hope you can hear. All right, just listen to that shite. Dearie me, what you doing watching him? Listen to me, and I'll tell you how it is. It's a spinning ball in outer space, heated and lighted by a big sun, we call it. But what it is a nuclear explosion that won't stop. And the heat and the light comes through nothing and it reaches us 93 million miles away. I can't even imagine a million miles, never mind 93. The clever people who know, who found this out. Very clever people. See, that's what I don't understand. Anyway, I haven't finished yet. See, I've been doing a bit of research. Not on the internet, it's all bullshit. No. But I did have somebody tell me a bit of interesting news. Just made me think a bit. You know, flat Earth. Well, somebody who believed in that rubbish said that you weren't likely to hear about it on the telly unless they were taking the piss, and they would never let somebody who knew what they were talking about when it came to flat Earth. Don't know what that means, but they would never let that man or woman or idiot on the telly or on any mass media or something. And then they said, and this was the interesting bit for me, yet we can be on a screen and say all this information, and we could potentially touch or be seen by nearly everybody on Earth. I don't think so. How many subscribers have you got? Anyway, I've only begun to describe our solar system and how it works. Like I say, the heat and the light, they travel through nothing, 93 million miles, and reach the Earth where we live. Now, although my thermos flask, it's supposedly got nothing, like in the air gap, where there would be an air gap, but there's nothing, no air. And it keeps me tea warm. So no heat can go through the vacuum. Anyway, I know, people much more clever than me and him know all about this stuff. So don't doubt them. Don't question them. They've been to university and know far more than me and you and him, especially him. So anyway, I'm just going to make this like part one, if you like, because he said I can't go very long, and I'm not really interested anyway. That really clever professor bloke, a wheelchair. What was his name? Wrote a book about what they've just taken a photograph of. That black hole. His name was like a bird. Oh, a very common name. Peter. John? Dave. David. David. David Ross. Dave Ross. Dave. Davros. Davros, that's him. In a wheelchair. Wrote that book. About the black holes, Big Bang and everything, or something it was called. And he said right at the beginning of the book, all this is just shite. Now it's up to you whether you read on or not. And it was shite. But they've taken a photograph of a black hole. Now, my understanding of that, just being a layman on the subject, my understanding is a photograph has to be of something. And a black hole is so vast and powerful, and its gravitational force is so massive that not even light can escape. So what the fuck have they been photographing? Oh, I think they've let the side down. Bloody hell.